Hey, good morning everybody. Welcome to our Wednesday yoga. Today we're going to be doing gentle yoga. We're here at Shotland and my name is Kelly Piacelli. So welcome. All you'll need today is your mat, but if you choose, you can also have a cushion or a block and a strap as well to aid you in your practice. But again, the only other thing you need is just an openness to what we're going to be working on. This is a very gentle, very limited flow, very gentle class, lots of breathing, so I hope you really enjoy it. So let's get started seated. So we're just going to take a seat, and if you have a block, you can sit on the block. So the whole goal of sitting on the block when we're sitting in our nice simple seated position is to keep the spine nice and straight. So if you're hunching, you want to make sure that you're up nice and tall, and just think about that energy coming out through the crown of your head. Your shoulders are relaxed, and just rest your hands on your thighs. So I invite you today to think about what you want to get from this practice. What is your intention? And close your eyes or not, and we're just going to begin to breathe. So just to focus ourselves, get ready for practice, breathe in and out through your nose. And just begin to settle your mind, noticing every inhale and every exhale. And breathe nice and deep, and then exhale and sigh, let out any tension. And just bring your attention to your body, starting at the crown of your head. Work your way down all the way to the toes, noticing any sensation, any tightness. I might give you an idea of some things that you want to focus on as we work in class today. And now let's all open our eyes. Once again, sitting up nice and tall. Inhale, shrug your shoulders up to the ears, and then exhale, roll them down and back. So again, a nice deep breath in, and exhale, release. So we're just going to release the tension in the upper body. Deep breath in and out through your nose. Remember, breath is an important part of practice. It's very calming and yet energizing. And then one more time like this. So we're going to bring our chin to our chest and just hold this right here and breathe up and down the back of your neck. And at the same time, you're going to relax the shoulders away from the ears. And then sit up nice and tall, ears over the shoulders. Inhale, exhale, the right ear to the right shoulder. And think about that left shoulder. Relax it away from the ear and just feel the opening and release along the left side of your neck. Just bring it back to center, and then the left ear to the left shoulder, sliding the shoulder away from the ear and finding that length along the right side. Just keep breathing. Full breaths in and out through your nose, feeling so good. And then bring that back. So now just roll all the way through. Inhale and then exhale. You're probably going to hear cracking. It might be tight. That's okay. We carry a lot of tension in the neck and the shoulders. That's why we do some of this, just to let go of it. Especially now, times can be tense. Life has changed so much, so fast. Yoga and the breathing can really help you with that. And then bring it back to center. Just check in and see how you feel. So we're going to come on to all fours. And I'm going to have you take your knees to the edge of your mat. Big toes together and press your hips back for a child's pose. So we can either have our arms down by our side, palms up, forehead down on the mat. And this is really a good way to start with your child's pose. And if you really want to, you can reach the arms nice and long. I'm going to keep them down here for just a few minutes. And just breathe in and out. You want to feel the rib cage expand and contract on your inner thighs. And now begin to bring the focus so that whenever you exhale, feeling the hips sink closer to the heels. Child's pose is very restorative, and we can come here anytime during practice if we feel like we've had enough and we just need a tiny bit of rest. Coming here is a great place to be. Now let's reach our arms long to the top of our mat. Spread your fingers wide and roll the shoulders from the ears, and feel the length in your spine. Relax the shoulders. You're going to feel it through the shoulders. Still breathing in and out, allowing every exhale to release and relax your body a little bit more. Now let's walk your hands to the right side of your mat. So the hands are coming to the right edge of the mat, and your hips are coming off to the left. Breathing into the left side of the body, feeling a nice gentle stretch there. And now walk your hands to the left side. And so your hips coming almost to that right heel. And breathe along the right side of the body this time. Just notice the slight difference. It's a different expression of your child's pose. Still breathing in and out. And then bring the hands back to center. We're going to come up into tabletop. So our wrists are under the shoulders, knees under the hips. We're going to move through a couple of cat-cows. So we're going to inhale to cow, chest and tailbone up, and then exhale, pull the belly in and come to cat. So inhale again, cow, chin and tailbone up. And then exhale, cat, chin and tailbone round. Inhale and exhale. Just notice how good this feels along the spine, the long back. It's also good work for your core. Two more rounds of this right here. Enjoy. And then the last one. And bring it back to that tabletop. So throughout the next few movements, what we're going to think about is really squaring shoulders to the hips. So really press your hands into the mat, pull your belly in, and find that length from the crown of the head to the tailbone. So pressing that left hand actively into the mat, extend your left leg back, and then bring it to hip height, and then bring the right arm forward. Breathe and think about length and energy here. So the length and the energy comes right through the fingertips and the toes. Breathe here, couple of breaths. Then we're going to exhale, round the spine and bring your elbow to your knee. And then inhale, lengthen. Again, exhale, round, pull the belly in. And inhale, lengthen. Exhaling round, pull in. Inhale, find that length. 2 more, exhale in. Inhale, lengthen, and you don't have to do all of these. You can come into a child's pose if this is going to be too much on the wrists. And reset. Re-square everything. And now let's take that left leg behind you. So something different today. Lift it up to hip height and circle the foot in one direction. So you're getting some nice release through the ankle, and then in the other direction. Hold the leg still. Take the left leg over, and if you can, to the outside of the right leg. Just notice that stretch, a little bit of a stretch through the hip. Breathe and keep pressing your hands into the mat. Inhale and exhale. Just hold it here for a little bit because this feels really good. And then bring the left leg long again behind you. So you're going to take that left knee down and open up so that you've got that left wrist under the left shoulder, left knee down. So this is a very gentle side plank. Open right up, keeping the foot on the floor. See if you can get your entire foot, top foot on the floor, and pull up through the waist. Reach your arm up. Hold it here for just a moment. Inhale and exhale. And then reach over and feel that release along the side of the body. Reach through the fingertips. Keep lifting through the waist. A very gentle side plank. And then release that. We're going to come right back onto all fours. And let's press back to a child's pose. Give ourselves a little break here. Forehead down on the mat. See if you can find a little bit more length with those fingertips reaching to the top of the mat and a little bit more sinking of your hips towards your heels. Let's come back up so we can do all of that on the other side. So reset that tabletop, wrists under the shoulders, knees under the hips, pulling the belly in nice and tight. So for you, from the crown of the head to the tailbone, nice and long, you're looking at the top of the mat. I'm, of course, looking out towards you. We're going to take the right leg, extend it behind us, bring it to hip height. And now the left arm reaches nice and long. So from the fingertips to the toes, we have so much length and energy. Feel the body lengthen and stretch. And at the same time, you're feeling that core working. Nice gentle work for the core here and its balance. A lot of good stuff happening right here. So we're going to exhale, round the spine and bring elbow towards knee. And then inhale, extend. Exhale again, round. Inhale, extend. Exhale, pull the belly in. And then reach it out nice and long. 2 more, or take a break anytime. In, out, last one. Bring it in, and extend out, and reset everything. Press those hands back into the mat, pull the belly in. Right leg comes behind you. Lift it up to hip height, and take it across to the left. And just feel that stretch through the right hip. Breathe in and out into this, in and out through the nose. Breathing in and out through the nose keeps the body nice and warm. and then bring it back behind you, and we're gonna set up that side plank. So that right knee is down, right wrist under the shoulder. I have to turn away from you for just a moment, and then open up to the side. So you're gonna reach the arm up, hip lifts, and if you can, press the top foot, all four corners of it into the mat, and then take that stretch over. Reach across. Inhale and exhale, keep reaching, keep lifting through the waist, and enjoy the gentle opening. And then release it, coming back slowly to our tabletop, and then exhale, pressing back to our child's pose. Forehead down. And we're going to do a nice flow, a nice low modified flow on the floor right now. So we're going to inhale, come to that modified plank. So you're going to bring those shoulders over the wrists. We're going to lower all the way down to the mat. Elbows skimming the side of the body. Once we're here, keeping the feet on the floor, press them in. Just a tiny baby cobra for our back. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. And relax back down, and then press back to your child's pose. We're going to do that a few more times, continuing to warm the body. Inhale, come to plank. Exhale, lower all the way down slowly, feeling the strength in your arms. Inhale, lift the chest just a tiny bit, squeeze your butt a little bit, baby cobra. Exhale, release that. Inhale, then exhale, press back. So moving through two more at your own pace. Remember, when you lower down, lower slowly and feel the elbows skim the side of the body. Tiny baby cobra, strengthening the back, opening up through the chest. Press back, child's pose. I'm going to do this one more time, and we're all going to meet in child's pose. Inhale into that plank, relax the shoulders, lower. Remember, this is your practice, so take it at your pace today. You want to feel good when this is done. And then relax here for just a moment. We're going to reset. Coming into our first down dog. Spread the fingers wide, press your palms into the mat, roll your toes under, and then take the hips up. So we're going to stay here in this down dog for a few moments. Let's all bend our knees a little bit. So bend the knees, press actively into the hands, and the hips come a little bit higher. Your head is relaxing or resting right in between your upper arms. So then try to straighten the knees a little bit. We're all going to be different with a little bit of different flexibility. And let's move around in our down dog. So we're going to bicycle that down dog up and down. Maybe we move our hips side to side as we're bicycling that. Whatever feels good for you in your down dog. Let's do that. And then lift both heels. Exhale, press both heels towards the floor. They certainly don't have to touch there. Pull the belly in and take your right leg and extend it up. And press the left heel even further. So we're three-legged dog. This is optional. You can stay in a regular down dog if you want. Bend the right knee if you want, and then open up the hip to the side. Try to square your shoulders and your hips as you do this. Keep breathing. And then relax it down. Now that left leg comes up, bend, and open. Or just keep that leg up, whatever feels good for you. And then relax it down. Slowly walk your hands in and find a forward fold. So we're going to start our forward fold with the knees bent. So let's all just bend the knees. And you're resting your chest on your thighs. Your feet can be hip width apart or they can be together. Your choice. There. And shake the head out, yes and no. Let go of all the tension in the upper body. And then straighten the knees a little bit if that feels good. So we're actually going to step on our feet. So palms facing fingers in. If it feels good for you,
Right hand underneath the right foot, left hand underneath the left foot, and let the head relax down. So a little stretch for your wrists as well. Just relax and breathe. Couple more breaths there. I'm just going to turn to face you now, but you guys keep breathing right there. And again, feet are hip width apart or together, your choice. Now bring your hands to your shins or to your thighs, or if you can get that extension on the floor. So the goal here, I'm going to bring mine to the shins. We're going to flat back extend. And I really want you to be able to get length in the spine. So a nice long spine. So from the crown of your head to your tailbone, you're nice and long. Your knees can be bent a little bit or straight. And you're going to feel all the way along the backs of your legs. Relax the shoulders and find length. And let's exhale back down. So again, some of us can have our fingertips right here on the floor. I'm not at that place. Shins or thighs. So inhale, flat back extend, lift the chest away from the thighs, look up, relax your shoulders from your ears. Breathe up and down that spine, finding that length. And then exhale again. So bend the knees. Let's all inhale and come into mountain. So we're going to come all the way up. Reach your arms overhead. Reach through the fingertips. And then relax down. We're going to do a tiny little flow, combining a few different moves, but we're not going to go down onto the floor. It's all going to be standing. So find chair to start. So we're going to bring our feet together if that's comfortable. Again, you can keep your feet hip width apart as well, especially if you're pregnant. That's a good way to do things. So we're going to sit back, and don't make it too deep of a chair. Not the first time. So we're going to sit back, reach through the fingertips, relax the shoulders from the ears, squeeze your thighs and knees together. So really get some strength there in the legs. Inhale and exhale. We're going to take the right hand to the right thigh, right behind us, elbow back, lengthen out through the left hand, and we're going to look out over the right shoulder if we can. So it's a very gentle twist with chair. Breathe here. We're going to do this one slow. Bring it back to chair. Now we're going to come into airplane. So we're going to straighten the legs, and then the palms reach back. Breathe here. So nice airplane. Feel some strength in the back, squeezing your shoulder blades together. And then from here, fold. Inhale, flat back, extend. Nice length. Exhale, fold again. Inhale, come up to our mountain all the way up. Palms together. Exhale, sit back in chair. Going to the left side this time. So the left hand comes behind you. Reach through the right hand and look out over the left. Gentle twist. From here, we straighten the legs. Both hands reach back, palms down. Fingertips reaching to the back of the room. And then exhale, fold, pull the belly in. Inhale, flat back, extend. Exhale, fold, inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, sit back in your chair. This time, right hand comes behind. Look out over the right shoulder, reach through the left arm. Come to airplane, straighten the legs, reach back. Let's fold. Inhale, flat back, extend, lift the chest away from the thighs. Exhale down, inhale, bend the knees, come all the way up. Exhale, sit back in chair. Going to the left this time, squeeze everything together. Left hand behind you, reach through the right hand, looking out over that left shoulder. Squeeze everything together. Find airplane. And then fold, sink forward. Inhale, lift the chest away from the thighs, look up. Exhale down. We'll do it one more time on each side. Exhale, sit back into chair. Right hand behind, reach through the left and reach and look out over the right. Airplane, straighten, reach the fingertips to the back of the room, find length. Exhale, fold. Inhale, find a little bit more space in your flat back extend as we're warm now. Exhale, fold it. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, chair. Bring that left hand behind, or reach through the right hand, look out over the left shoulder. Very gentle. Find your last airplane for now. Reach through the fingertips, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Pull the belly in, fold forward. Last flat back extend. Make it your best. Through the crown of the head to the tailbone. Feel the backs of the legs open up. Exhale, fold it down. Bend the knees a little bit, inhale. Come all the way up to mountain. Keep your hands together up here, making steeple fingers. So we're gonna clasp our hands together over our head. And then the pointer fingers are gonna come together. Really lengthen, feel rooted in the ground. Feel super long through the torso. Inhale, exhale to the right. Find that side bend. Breathe here. Think about the heels of your hands pressing together. Feel a little bit more opening along the left side of the body. Inhale to reset. Exhale to the other side. Reach through the fingertips. All 4 quarters of your feet are grounded on the floor. Breathing in, breathing out. And then bring it back up to the top. Relax the hands. They're going to come behind you. Roll the shoulders down and back. Press your hands together, the heels of the hands together. And press back. Little baby back bend. So opening the front of the body, stretching the shoulders. Breathe here. If you can, looking right up at the ceiling. And then release that. So we're going to step our feet nice and wide. So we're going to come into a forward fold with wide legs. So you can have the toes pointing in, the heels pointing out, or just nice and straight. Pull the belly in, sit up nice and tall. Exhale, fold forward, and just come right here to your thighs. So again, finding that length through the crown of the head and then out through the tailbone. Breathe here. Feeling the insides of the legs, the back of the legs open up here. Breathe in and out. We can stay right here if it's comfortable for us, and even if we have a block, we can put the block here or put our hands right down towards the floor and let the head fold forward. Shake it out, yes and no. Relax your upper body. Let it become heavy, reaching towards the floor. And now just see how you feel. Maybe you can heel toe your feet out a little bit more, maybe not. Again, we're always listening and tuning in with the body. And today we're taking things nice and slow. So you have time to notice how you feel, making any adjustments that you need. So if you're feeling too much sensation here, bring your feet back in together. If you're not feeling enough, you can walk them out just a little bit more. So we're now going to walk our hands to the left foot, to the top of the mat, and angle our body. So we're going to slowly come into a lunge. So you're going to have that left knee over the left ankle. Lift your heart and breathe right here. Now place the back foot, the right foot down, so that left heel is intersecting the middle of the right foot. Nice and slow, come right to your thigh, and then come all the way up. We're going to find a nice warrior one. So reach here, arms up. So for the warrior one, squaring the hips to the front of the mat, pressing actively into the back foot, shoulders over the hips, hands down, or reach the hands up. This front knee, as best as you can, is over the ankle, and the front thigh is parallel to the floor. Breathe in and breathe out. Really reach through the fingertips here. Finding a little bit of strength in our legs. And then turning to a warrior two. So facing the side of your mat. Front thigh parallel to the floor. Gently press that knee back to feel that opening and to feel the strength. Arms are active here as well. Relax from the shoulders, but reach through the fingertips. Gaze out over the front fingers. Now straighten the leg. Toes are going to come forward again. Hands to your hips, hinge forward. Coming all the way down. And then this time you're going to walk your hands to the back leg, to the back of the mat. And find your lunge here. So set it up slowly so that you have the right knee over the right ankle. Press through the heel. Chest is lifted. Just feel the hips open. Breathe in and breathe out. Then you're going to place that back foot down. And then again, that front foot, that heel is intersecting. So set it up the middle of that back foot. You're going to slowly come up to your warrior one. Hands come to your thighs. Then we come all the way up. Front thigh parallel to the floor. Knee over the ankle. Hips. Turning them. So when you turn those hips, you feel a beautiful opening here through the hip flexor. Inhale your arms up, and then exhale, sink them away, the shoulders away from your ears as you continue to reach actively through your fingers. Keep pressing into the back foot. Breathe in, breathe out. Hope you're feeling good out there. Turning to that warrior two, so we're going to turn to the side of our mat. Front thigh parallel to the floor. Press the knee back to feel the opening and press into the back foot. Shoulders over the hips. When you feel ready, arms come up and out. We reach through the fingertips. Feel that energy right here. Turn your gaze out over the front middle finger. Couple of breaths here. Straightening the leg, coming out, and just slowly bringing your feet together, coming back to mountain. So here in our mountain, let's just check in again. So your feet can be together or they can be hip width apart, whatever feels good for you and gives you that stability. Roll the shoulders away from the ears, palms facing forward. Think about the crown of the head floating up to the sky, and you're feeling very strong and centered through the feet, ears over the shoulders and shoulders over the hips. Couple of breaths here. And we're going to move on to some balance. So our mountain is that strong foundation for balance. We're going to balance first on the left foot. So all four corners of that left foot stay grounded. We're going to start with our tree. So we're going to take that right ankle or heel onto the left ankle. Try to get an opening in your hips and keep that there. Bend the left knee a little bit, activating that left thigh. You're going to find strength there. So hands to our heart center. Some of us may stay right here and stay there for a few breaths. If you feel very stable there, you can take the right foot, the bottom of the right foot, to your shin, your calf. That side of the calf. Press your hands together. Now think about focusing your gaze, a nice gentle focus on a point that doesn't move, either ahead of you or on the floor. And if you want a little bit more today in the balance, we're going to move the foot up to the thigh. Pressing the bottom of the foot into the thigh, trying to keep the hips nice and open. Breathing here. Begin to feel the length out through the crown of your head. You're feeling tall and stable and strong. It's always a great way to start the day and continue. And maybe you grow those arms tall, maybe not. Again, we feel different every day. Part of the yoga practice is being able to realize how you feel and working with that, being very in tune with our bodies. And then relax that. Reset, shaking it out a tiny bit. So we're going to do that on the other side. So we're balancing on the right foot. All four corners of that right foot touch the ground. Left heel on top of the right ankle to start. Feel the opening in the hips, growing nice and tall, shoulders relaxed, hands to heart center. From here, moving to what feels best for us. Couple breaths in each position, staying nice and stabilized. Think about lifting your toes a little bit so we're not gripping completely on the mat, on the right foot. Then bring that left foot to the calf. If we feel stable here, then we can then bring it up to the thigh. Press the foot into the thigh, thigh into the foot, hands pressed together. Refocus your gaze. And maybe reaching the arms long. Energy through your fingertips. Growing taller and taller to the sky. And then relax the arms down, relax your foot down, shake that out again. We're going to do one more balance. So starting back on that left foot again. This is going to be pose of the dancer. It also helps open up the shoulders and chest as well. So you're going to plant that left foot. You're up nice and tall. All four corners of the left foot on the mat. We're going to bring the right heel into our hip. So we're holding onto the outside of the front of the right foot. Right here, shoulders relaxed. This may be all some of us want to do today. We can also go to a wall and do this as well. So for some of us, right here is a good place. You're going to reach your arm up. If you want a little bit more, you're going to exhale and begin to tip forward and press your foot into your hand and reach through the left fingertips. Relax your shoulders from the ears. So this right here is a great balance challenge. It also strengthens your upper back, your low back, and stretches through the shoulder and chest. Focus your gaze. Another couple of breaths. And slowly bring it in. Reset. Doing it on the other side. All four corners of that right foot. Bend the right knee. The hand is on the top of the foot. Knees together to start. Reaching the arm up. If we want more on the next exhale, tip. Reach through the fingertips. Press your foot into your hand. Find your focal point and breathe. Just play around with balance. It's something we have to practice. So this is where we need a lot of patience with ourselves. Keep reaching, breathing, and then resetting. So we're going to come to about the middle of our mat. Inhale, heart up. Exhale, fold forward. Shake it out, yes, no. Then walk your hands up, feet back, come into another down dog. Spread the fingers wide, press your palms into the mat. And bicycle the heels once again in your down dog. See if it feels any different this time. Do you feel a little bit more release along the backs of your legs? Can you get your heels a little bit closer to the floor? And can you find more length in your spine? Press the hips up and back, head hanging between your arms. And then come down on to your knees and have you lie on your belly. Elbows are gonna come right underneath the shoulders. Squeeze your glutes and then feet are flat on the floor. So we're just coming into a little sphinx. So press the palms into the mat, lift your chest, roll the shoulders away from the ears. Think about squeezing your shoulder blades together to find some opening through the chest. Next, look out over the right shoulder, a little twist for the neck. Breathe in and breathe out. Hold it right here. Breathe. And then back to center. Look out over the left shoulder. Keep breathing. And on the next exhale, relax all the way down. I'm going to have you take your hands behind you. Palms are facing up. Squeeze the whole entire back of your body. Inhale, exhale. Let's come up into Locust Pose. So strengthening the back. So you're lifting your chest, lifting your thighs up off the mat, squeezing the entire back of your body, and reaching your fingertips to your heels. Your gaze is to the top of the mat. Breathing here. Some of us may like to clasp our hands behind, right on top of the hips, and lift up higher and press the knuckles towards the heels. That's optional. We can stay right here. We can even put our hands right here, whatever feels best for us today. Breathing in and breathing out. Slowly release that. Inhale, exhale, press back to child's pose. Hips to your heels. Forehead down and breathe here. Reach your fingertips to the top of the mat. Slide the shoulders from the ears, hips sinking to the heels. On every exhale, feel more release. You feel the belly expand and contract on your thighs. On the next inhale, coming up onto all fours, and from here, taking the right foot and bringing it forward in between your hands. So the right knee is right over the right ankle, and you're gonna slide the left knee back for as far as it'll go. And I want you to think about sinking the left hip, so moving into hip openers here, sinking that left hip towards the floor. And then come on up. Tuck your tailbone and just see if you can get a little bit more here on that left side. Relax the shoulders from the ears. Breathe in and breathe out. And then the hips will come back. We're going to find a nice runner stretch. Flex the foot and sink back to the heels. Feeling the hamstring release right here. Breathe. We're going to come back into the lunge and then back into this hamstring, the runner stretch. So just bear with yourself here. It's going to feel better the second time, I promise. Let's come back into that lunge. See if you can find a little more space. Bring yourself up, reach your arms up, and this time, maybe twist and reach through the fingertips. Again, different expressions. Take it to where you want to be today. Bring it back up. Hands down and shift those hips back again. Flex your foot. Breathe here in and out. Can you find a little more space this time? Exhale again. Maybe the hips shift back a tiny bit more. And then release that and come back into tabletop. We're going to do the other side. So taking that left leg forward this time. So stacking the left knee over the left ankle. And then that right knee comes back. So just lift here. Your heart is lifted, you're breathing, and you're allowing that right hip to open up, so you're sinking. Inhale and exhale. Maybe coming up a little bit into that. Tucking the tailbone, feeling a little more opening in the right hip flexor, right in front of the hip. And let's move back with the hips slowly. Flexing the left foot, little bend in the knee if needed, hips sinking backwards, shoulders relaxed, chest stays lifted, breathing up and down the leg. We all need a lot of work on our hamstrings. Let's bring it back into the lunge again. This time trying to find a little bit more space. Bring yourself up. So this time you may want to reach up, maybe a little baby back bend, feel that opening. Maybe a twist just for something different. Reach through the fingertips, lengthen out through the crown of your head. And release that. Press back to that lunge, the runner's stretch, I should say. Flex the foot, hips come back, chest stays lifted. And again, this is your second time through, so just try to find a little bit more space here. Breathing in and breathing out. Shoulders relaxed. Making sure you feel some sensation. And then come back up, and we're going to come to a seated position. So I'm going to face you. So we're going to keep our feet out in front of us, and we're going to have our hands in back of us, your fingers pointing either way, towards you or away from you, whatever feels good. So just a little bit more of a hip opener. You're going to take the right ankle over the left thigh. Knees are bent, flexing the right foot. And just think about lifting through the chest and pressing that right knee forward. So just gentle opening right here. So we're going to do this seated, and we're also going to do this lying down. Breathe in and breathe out. Flexing the foot takes pressure off the knee, so I want to make sure you keep that way. And then switch. So knees start bent, left ankle over the right thigh, flexing the foot. Nice deep breaths in and out, still opening up through the hips here. And then release that. Now sit up nice and tall, soles of your feet together to find a butterfly stretch. So you want to bring your heels in closer to you, to your body. Some of us may be out here too, that's okay. You want to make sure you feel good wherever you are. Bring that in, inhale, sit up nice and tall, just gently holding your toes with your hands. Sit up nice and tall and just let those knees drop towards the mat a little bit more. And then if it feels comfortable for you, come and exhale and come forward and keep pressing those knees towards the floor. So again, if this feels good for you, try this. If it doesn't feel good, you don't need to do it. Lengthen the spine, coming back up, extending the legs out in front of you, shake them out. So knees can be bent a little bit or straight, flexing the foot. Inhale, reach all the way up. We're going to exhale and come into a nice fold forward. Exhale and reach through the fingers and come down as far as you can and as far as you want to today. Let the head become heavy. With every exhale, feel yourself sinking closer to your legs. So allow that exhale to be that release. We're going to slowly restack our spine. Come on up. We're going to bend the right knee. So that left leg is long. We're going to bend the right knee and take a nice seated twist to the right. Couple different options. So if it feels good for you, you can also cross the right leg over the left and twist, or bring that left leg around. So wherever you are, both hips on the mat, inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, twist to the right, and just gently pull the knee towards you. Now keep inhaling. Inhale out through the crown of the head, lengthen, and then exhale, deepen your twist. Continue the breathing up from the base of the spine to the crown of the head, and then exhale, a deeper twist. And then release. Both legs out in front of you again, sitting up nice and tall. Taking it to the left, so bend the left knee. You're going to be twisting to the left towards that bent knee. Crossing the leg over perhaps, both hips on the mat. Wherever you are, anchor the hips. Inhale, exhale, take your twist to the left. Inhale from the base of the spine out through the crown of the head. Exhale, looking out over that left shoulder and gently pulling that leg closer to you. Find your breath. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist a little bit more. This works on spine mobilization, flexibility through the low back and the spine. Also the hips right here. A lot of good work. And then release forward. We're going to roll down onto our back nice and slow. So slowly, one vertebrae at a time, bring it down. When you get there, pull your knees into your chest and begin to rock and roll around, massaging your low back. Feels so good. And then stack your knees over your hips. Your shins are parallel to the floor. You're going to take that right ankle and it comes right in front of the left thigh. You're going to flex both feet and reach your hands to the outside of that left thigh. I promise we would do this again on our back. And just gently pull the left thigh towards you as you press your right knee away. So once again, getting a nice opening through the hips. Nice deep breaths in and out through the nose. And let's reset, knees over the hips. And then that left ankle comes in front of the right thigh. Wrap your hands around the right thigh. Flex both feet. Inhale, exhale, press that left knee away as you gently pull the right thigh towards you. Feeling a nice opening here. And then release that. Bring your knees together over the hips, arms out to the side. Drop the knees to the right gently. And look out over that left arm, keeping the left shoulder on the mat. Nice reclining spinal twist. If you want to take your legs long, you can do that. Whatever expression of this you'd like. Maybe your hand is on top of the left thigh. Finding a little bit more of a twist here. Then just bring your knees back to center and then take them to the other side. So they're going to drop to the left this time, gaze out over the right arm. And again, you're breathing up and down your spine, right from the tailbone, out through the crown of the head. Inhale, feel length in the spine. Exhale, sinking a little bit more deeply. Extending the legs if you want to, gently pushing down on that top leg if that feels good today. You're going to feel it in your hip, nice release in the spine and the low back. And then bring your legs back to center. So we're getting ready for final relaxation. Let's take an extended butterfly first, soles of your feet together. Dropping those knees out. Reach your arms overhead so the opposite hand is reaching for the opposite elbow. I love this one. Take a few breaths here, and I invite you to stay in this extended butterfly as well during the relaxation, because it does feel great. For some of us, this is a better place to be. So staying here for a couple more breaths in extended butterfly. We're moving into final relaxation, so we can bend the knees as well. We can sit up, and then we can extend the legs long. Let them relax out to the side, arms out to the side, palms facing up. And just begin your focus on your breath. Scan your body from the top of your head to the toes once again. Notice anything you feel from the top to the bottom. Maybe tingly, maybe warm. Just bring your focus to the sensations that you feel right now. And be at peace with them. Begin to follow your breath as it moves in and out of your body. Just notice as it moves in, the belly expands, the rib cage expands. You feel the breath come under the collarbones. And then as you exhale, you feel that release out in the opposite direction. If your mind has wandered, gently bring it back to follow the breath. So once again, your focus becomes on the belly expanding, the rib cage expanding, as you fill the lungs with air. And then follow the exhale all the way out. begin to come back to the room and the day, wiggling your fingers and your toes. Rolling to one side before you come up. And just linger there for a breath or two. And then slowly making your way all the way up. And sitting up nice and tall. Try to find that length in your spine once again. Relax the shoulders. Let's inhale, bring in positive energy, and as you exhale, let go of what does not serve you. Hands to your heart center. Namaste. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you have a great rest of the day and rest of the week. I'll see you back next Wednesday. We'll be active yoga. And if you want to join me Friday at 9:30 for IMX Pilates, we'll be here.